10 signs you will find happiness in life, even if you feel overwhelmed right now. Life can be overwhelming. Trust me, I get it. But even in the midst of chaos, there are subtle signs that happiness is just around the bend. When you're in the thick of it, these signs can be easy to overlook, but they are there, promising that yes, you will find joy despite the current turmoil. But what are these signs? How does one spot them amidst all the noise? I've put together a list of 10 indicators that you're on the path to genuine happiness, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. These are the little breadcrumbs life drops for us, guiding us towards a more contented existence. Let's get started. 1. Finding joy in the little things. Life is packed with tiny moments of joy, but when we're overwhelmed, we often overlook them. You know the moments I'm talking about. The first sip of your morning coffee, the way the sunshine warms your face as you step outside, a song on the radio that instantly lifts your spirits. These aren't grand, life-altering events, but they are moments of pure, unadulterated happiness. They're small reminders that joy exists in every corner of life, if we're willing to slow down and notice it. If you find yourself cherishing these seemingly insignificant moments, take it as a sign. It's an indicator that you're still connected to the simple pleasures of life, and that's a significant step towards finding lasting happiness. It's not about ignoring the chaos around you. It's about acknowledging that amidst the overwhelm, there are still pockets of joy to be found, and that's a beautiful thing. 2. Learning from the past. We've all had our fair share of mistakes and missteps. I know I have, but it's how we handle these past experiences that shape our future and our happiness. I remember a time when I botched a presentation at work. It was embarrassing, and for a while it felt like the end of the world. But instead of wallowing in that failure, I took it as a learning experience. I sought feedback, worked on my public speaking skills, and promised myself I'd do better next time. And guess what? I did. When you start seeing past failures not as permanent setbacks, but as lessons to grow from, it's a clear sign you're on the path to happiness. It means you're no longer held back by your past, but are using it as a stepping stone towards a brighter, happier future. If you're finding lessons in your past mistakes instead of regret, consider it a sign. You're evolving, growing, and most importantly, moving towards a happier life. 3. Embracing imperfections. Did you know that in Japan, there's an art form called kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold? Instead of hiding the cracks, they're highlighted, turning the object into a piece of beauty. It's a philosophy that sees beauty in imperfection and values resilience. Similarly, finding happiness in life often comes from accepting our own imperfections. It's about realizing that we're all works in progress and that flaws are not weaknesses, but defining characteristics that make us unique. When you start seeing your imperfections not as faults to be corrected, but as aspects that make you who you are, it's a sign you're moving towards a happier life. It means you're beginning to embrace yourself fully, flaws and all, and that self-acceptance is a significant step towards finding true happiness. 4. Prioritizing self-care. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to put ourselves last, but finding true happiness often requires us to prioritize self-care. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. A simple walk in the park, a relaxing bath, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea. These are all acts of self-care. They're about taking time out for yourself to recharge and rejuvenate. When you start carving out time for self-care amidst your busy schedule, consider it a sign that you're on the right track. It shows that you understand the importance of looking after your own well-being, which is an essential part of finding happiness in life. If you're setting aside time for yourself, despite feeling overwhelmed, take it as a positive sign. It shows that you value yourself and are taking steps towards finding your happiness. 5. Gratitude is your attitude. It's easy to focus on what's wrong in life, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. But one sign that you're heading towards happiness is when gratitude becomes your default setting. Gratitude has the power to shift your focus from what's missing in your life to appreciating what you have. And science backs this up. Research shows that practicing gratitude can significantly increase your happiness levels. This shift in focus can drastically change your perspective and lead you towards a happier, more fulfilled life. Connection over isolation. In a world where it's easy to feel disconnected and alone, choosing connection is a powerful step towards happiness. We're social creatures at heart. We thrive on meaningful relationships and heartfelt interactions. But when life gets overwhelming, it's tempting to retreat into our shells and isolate ourselves. Yet, it's in these moments of struggle that reaching out can make a world of difference. A simple conversation with a friend, a warm hug from a loved one, or even a kind gesture towards a stranger can remind us of our shared humanity. This longing for connection is a testament to your resilience and your capacity for love and empathy. It signifies that you understand the power of relationships in bringing true happiness. And this understanding, my friend, is a sure sign that you're on the path to finding joy in life. 7. Embracing change. Change can be scary. I've experienced this fear firsthand when I decided to quit my job and start my own business. It was an intimidating leap into the unknown, filled with uncertainty and self-doubt. But here's what I learned. Change is not only inevitable, but also necessary for growth. It opens up new opportunities, teaches us valuable lessons, and most importantly, helps us discover parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. When you start seeing change as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat, it's a clear sign you're on your way to finding happiness. It means you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the uncertainties of life, a crucial attribute on the path to achieving true happiness. If you're beginning to welcome change instead of resisting it, consider it a positive sign. You're cultivating flexibility and resilience, 2 key ingredients for a happy life. 8. Being comfortable with discomfort. It sounds odd, doesn't it? How can discomfort possibly lead to happiness? But here's the thing, growth often happens outside our comfort zones. Whether it's facing a fear, tackling a difficult conversation, or pushing ourselves to achieve a new goal, these uncomfortable situations force us to evolve. They challenge our perceptions, strengthen our resolve, and ultimately shape us into more resilient beings. If you're beginning to see the value in discomfort and are willing to face it head on, this is a strong sign that you're on the road to happiness. It means you're not just seeking instant gratification, but are willing to endure short-term discomfort for long-term joy and personal growth. It's through the hard times that we often find our true strength. And embracing this strength is a significant step towards finding lasting happiness. 9. Seeking balance. Life is a juggling act. We're constantly trying to keep multiple balls in the air. Work, relationships, health, personal growth. It can feel overwhelming, and sometimes it seems easier to focus on one aspect and neglect the others. But true happiness often lies in finding balance. It's about giving each aspect of your life the attention it deserves without letting any one area dominate. So if you're actively trying to create a balanced life despite the chaos and demands of daily living. It's a sign you're on your way to finding happiness. It means you understand that focusing too much on one area can lead to stress and burnout, while neglecting others can leave you feeling unfulfilled. Seeking balance shows that you value all aspects of your life and are striving for a holistic sense of happiness. And that's something to be proud of. 10. You're kind to yourself. At the end of the day, perhaps the most crucial sign that you're on your way to happiness is how you treat yourself. Are you your own worst critic? Or are you kind and understanding towards yourself, especially when you make mistakes or face setbacks? Berate yourself for perceived failures? Or do you offer yourself words of encouragement and support? Cultivating self-compassion is an essential step towards finding happiness. It's about understanding that we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we all have our flaws. When you start treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend, it's a clear sign that you're on your path to happiness. It means you're learning to respect and value yourself as you are, a key aspect of genuine, lasting happiness. Final reflection. It's a journey. Life, with all its ups and downs, is a journey. And happiness isn't a destination to be reached, but an ongoing process of growth and self-discovery. The renowned philosopher Socrates once said, "The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less." This profound statement reminds us that happiness doesn't lie in external circumstances or possessions, but within ourselves. So if you're seeing these signs in your life, take heart. You may feel overwhelmed right now, but these indicators suggest that you're on the right path. But remember, it's okay if you're not there yet. Happiness is not a race. It's about making progress at your own pace and finding joy in the journey itself. So take a moment to reflect. Appreciate where you are and how far you've come. Know that each step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards finding your own version of happiness. And that alone is something worth celebrating.